First of all, subwoofer, remote control and instruction book, accessories pack. Looking at the soundbar close-up, you can see the metal grille at the top. Also, two upward firing speakers there if they show up. Then we've got the touch control buttons, power, volume up and down, and the input button. That's looking at the soundbar from the front. You can see a couple of speakers showing through there as well. Display there if it shows. Underneath the bar, we can see where our wall mount brackets attach, here and here. Service port there, AC in there. And there are HDMI and digital optical. See digital optical audio in, HDMI in, so you can loop a Blu-ray player or DVD through. So if you're running out sockets on the TV and this is connected to one of those HDMIs, you can put your Blu-ray or DVD into there and then select that through the soundbar. Also HDMI EARC, that stands for Enhanced Audio Return Channel, connects to HDMI from there to the EARC port on your TV. The TV will then control the soundbar. Turn the TV off, it'll turn the soundbar off. Turn the TV on, it'll turn the soundbar on. Also do the volume up and down on your TV remote, it will control the bar. Also passes the audio information from the TV to the soundbar itself. That is the edge of the soundbar, so no speakers in there. Some previous models did used to have sideways firing speakers, but none on this one. This is the subwoofer. Fairly similar to last year's, cloth grille covering the front of that woofer there. Base port at the back, mains or AC in there, and then we've got the ID set button, so if it loses pairing to the bar you can reset the pairing using that ID set button. You will have a link light that will go solid blue when it's linked to the bar, and a standby light will go red when the soundbar is switched to standby. Underneath, 4 rubber pads there so it won't slip about or mark any surfaces it's on, also just to reduce any vibrations. Accessories and instruction book pack. So wall mount brackets we'll look at in more detail. 2 figure 8 mains leads there, both right angled connections, 1.5 meters long for the soundbar itself and the subwoofer, both UK mains plugs as well. Some self-adhesive rubber pads there so they can stick to the bottom of the bar or on your pedestal so it's not marking your pedestal stand if it goes over it. Okay, wall mount kit. So I'll put a link up here now, how to wall mount a soundbar. I've done it with a Samsung soundbar, exact same kit and method really. So if you want to see it in detail, click that card and have a look at that video. 2 screws and 2 discs, which I'll explain. 2 metal L-shaped brackets. So we get a fold out template here, mark the centre of the wall, top of where you want your soundbar, fold out the template. It will give you 2 holes marked A and A. So we fold out the template here, mark the centre of the wall, put the template on the centre line. The top of the soundbar will be somewhere near the top of the template, but you'll see when you assemble it all. We mark points A and A for those discs if they show A and A there. Then we put a spirit level across so we know that those holes are going to be the same height. Drill the wall where we've marked A and A and attach these 2 little plastic discs to the wall with a screw through them, and use the correct fixing. So if it's a brick wall or if it's a plasterboard wall, use the appropriate fixing. So once the disc is attached to the wall, these L-shaped brackets attached to the soundbar underneath of it. I'll show on the soundbar when we look at it. Screws there just to keep it secure. So when these brackets are on the soundbar, it's like a little shelf for the bar, they will drop onto this disc and slot on. I'll put a link in the description how to wall mount a soundbar and you can go through that in detail. Also we have the supplied remote control, AAA batteries for it as well. Looking at the remote, power on and off at the top, input button, Bluetooth pairing button so you can pair your mobile phone, stream music to it, Play and pause, press play and pause. You've then got fast forward or skip forward, skip backwards, fast forward and rewind. Mute button, sound mode button, press that, it will cycle through the sound modes. I for info button, volume rocks up and down, and you can adjust the woofer level also up and down. Channel level, where you can adjust the individual channels. Settings cog, where you can adjust the settings, say lip sync and so on. And tone control, where you can adjust the treble and the bass. Flip it over, a bit of pressure on the back, treble A batteries into the back there. Dimensions, at its widest point, 111 centimeters or 43 3/4 of an inch. Depth, 12 centimeters or 4 5/8 of an inch. Height, about 58 millimeters if I'm being precise, or 2 1/4 inches. As for the subwoofer, depth there, or 11 7/8 of an inch. Width, just under 20.5 centimeters or 8 inches. Height, 35 centimeters or 13 3/4 inches. Now I'm going to connect the soundbar up to the TV above it. You see there our HDMI eARC port. So this cable is connected to the eARC on the TV as well. So just pop the HDMI in there, and further across to this side I've got the figure 8 mains input. So just wiggle the lead into that one there. Take the polythene away. Okay, subwoofer here, all I need to do is connect the power into there. Blinking blue, looking for the soundbar, so I'll turn the soundbar on. That's now gone solid blue. Soundbar's connected to the S90F OLED above. I'm going to turn them on for the first time.
That's all from us for now. Thank you for joining us. Do think about getting in touch and perhaps even coming on the programme. And we will be back to hear more of your thoughts about how the BBC covers the news next week.
Gone to Q Symphony, got a message on the TV. So I'm now going to turn the Q Symphony off, so it's just the soundbar speakers for this demo.
Just 4 days until the start of the World Cup. We mentioned that. And final preparations are underway for the teams and the host cities. But there's more to the competition than just the football on the pitch. The shirts
and I'll turn the sound up and shut my mouth so we can hear normal TV speech.
A lot about politics and the nations they represent from those shirts. Over the years, some kits have become iconic. The West Germany shirt from the 1990s, or jersey, I suppose we should call it, for the 1990 World Cup, is sought after by collectors and often celebrated as a pioneer of a new era in football design. Nigeria's 2018 kit became an instant classic, not because of who wore it on the pitch, but because of how it resonated culturally and in fashion. 3 million people pre-ordered it, and shoppers queued outside Nike's flagship store just down the road.
Okay, credit to Ubisoft for this one. It's Star Wars Outlaws world premiere trailer.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
Held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
Okay, pretty cool. Credit to Ubisoft again for that one. Quick bit of music coming up. Also go through the sound modes. So it's on surround currently. That's game. Standard. AI adaptive mode. So that's supposed to adapt to the content you feed in it and adjust it automatically. Back to surround. So surround sounds good to me, to be honest. Quick Dolby Atmos demo coming up before I go.
What you can do and
Okay, so all in all pretty cool, quite similar to last year's model if I'm honest. At the moment they're about $549 on release, but there'll be half price deals and deals when bought with TVs and so on as well, and they usually drop a bit towards the winter. But decent soundbar, nice and crisp on the higher notes, good mid-range on the speech, decent power and oomph and decent bass. A nice package again. It's more sort of middle to top end sort of soundbar, well middle of the road soundbar I'd say. Suits a 50 to 55 inch TV, but for somebody just to add a full range of sound to the TV for everyday watching, movies, Netflix, whatever you're watching, it's a good addition. Certainly a lot better than just standard TV speakers, and that is all for now.